Behind every app lies a hidden blueprint, which is Dockerfile. Today we will uncover how to build it, how to push into Docker Hub. Hi, this is Raviteja. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is day 43 class. In this class we are going to learn about how to create Dockerfile, what are the file instructions we have, and how to create our custom image, how to push an image to Docker Hub. These things we are going to understand in today's class. Make sure that you have to practice well. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
I have started the Docker playlist. Today is day 3 in the Docker series. So today's class we are going to learn about what is Dockerfile, and second one is what are the file instructions we have, and then how to create custom image, our own image, and then fourth one is how to push Docker Hub, how we can push our own image to Docker Hub. These things we are going to understand in today's class. So first we are going to understand what is Dockerfile, what are the file instructions we have. So let me open PPT. So Dockerfile is the instructions required to build a Docker image. So previously what we have done, okay, the default images we have pulled and used them, right? So suppose if you want Nginx, so you can run a command, so the image will be automatically downloaded into your server. So by using Dockerfile, we can create our own image. Okay, if you want to use your own custom image, then you can use Dockerfile. So this is the main use of Dockerfile. We can create our custom image. So if you want to create your custom image, so you have to follow some instructions. So the Dockerfile is built with some instructions. So now we are going to understand what are the file instructions we have. Okay, we have total 18 file instructions we have. So from run copy workdir expose cmd env arg entry point add volume user label on build stop signal health check shell dot docker ignore. So these are the 18 file instructions we have. So in today's class we are going to understand from run command, copy, workdir, expose, and then label. These 6 things we are going to understand in today's class. So where you can use from. So this is very simple. So if you want to build your own custom image, then there should be a base image. Like if you want to build your own Nginx image, so you can take the base image. So for that we are going to use from, okay, from Ubuntu 20.04. So this is the base image we are going to use. Depending upon the base image, our custom image will be generated and then run. So we have used like if you want to install Nginx, if you want to install Apache 2, so these are the Linux commands, right? So if you want to run the Linux command into your server, so there is the command run. Inside this run, you can put it whatever the commands you want. Like you can see the example run apt update, apt install, like that. So copy. Okay. The index.html. Whenever you install the Nginx or Apache 2, there is index.html file, right? So the index.html is going to copy from the default path to some other place. So for that, we are going to use copy over here. Okay. Workdir. It is also like change the path. And then what I told is label. The main use of label is, so who is going to write the Docker file and what is the version of this code. So for that identification, we are going to use a label over here. Even you skip this, there is no problem at all. Okay. So these are the 6 file instructions we are going to understand. So in tomorrow's class, remaining will be understand. Okay. So I think you got clear about these 6 commands, right? So I forgot to tell you which is expose. So what is the default port of uh, Nginx, which is 80, right? And Apache 2, which is also 80. So the default port we have to mention in the expose. So you can clearly understand whenever I am going to create the Docker file. Okay. So we're done with the file instructions and Docker file. We have not completed the total 18 file instructions. We have completed only 6. So remaining will be understand in day by day classes. So first, what we have to do, if you want to create the Docker file, you have to launch a server. Okay. So click on instances, click on launch instance, Docker file. Okay. Click on Ubuntu, select the TT medium, select the key pair. If you don't have, you can create the new key pair. So, and then just create or click on launch instance. Okay. Click on instances. So connect this instance. It is in pending state. Click on connect. Copy this SSH. Open Git bash here. Okay, paste it here. Enter. Say yes. So clear this. Sudo -i. So if you want to create your Docker file, you have to install Docker itself. Okay. First, I am going to update the system. Apt update -y. And then I am going to install the Docker as well. Because without Docker, we won't be able to create the image. Okay, clear this. Apt install docker.io -y. This is the command to install Docker. If you want to see whether the Docker is installed or not, this is the command you can use. -version. Okay, this is the version we have. Now, what we supposed to do? I'm going to create the Docker file. So, vi space Docker file. Okay, click on enter. Insert mode. So, I'm going to write the Docker file from, sorry, from Nginx. This is the base image I'm going to take over here. Okay, latest label. What I told in the label, who is going to write the Docker file and what is the version of this code. We can mention in this label maintainer equal to, I put it my name and run. So these should be, the left side should be capital. The command should be capital. mkdir. So this is also a Linux command to create the directory, the name, DevOps, enter, copy, /index.html to, this is the default path of Nginx, right? /user, HTML, enter, workdir, okay, /user, /share, enter. What is the default port of Nginx? 80. That should be mentioned in the expose path. Expose, the default path is 80. So escape shift colon WQ, enter, clear this, say ls. So you should have the file name should be like this only. Okay, that D should be capital and there is no any spaces over here. Okay, so ls, here we have created the Docker file, right? So I did not create the index.html file. We have to create the index.html file that should be shared into the another workdir. So now I am going to create the index.html, vi space index.html, enter, insert mode. Without index.html, it won't be create our custom image. Okay, so we have to create the index.html as well. In this, I'm going to insert the data. Hello all. This is day 43 class. From DevOps with Ravi YouTube channel. Okay, escape shift colon WQ, enter, ls. So we have created index.html and Dockerfile, right? So now we have done everything. So if you want, now what we supposed to do, we have to create an image. What is the command to create image? Okay, this is the command to create image. So are you able to see any images over here? Docker images? We don't have any images, right? So by using this Docker file, the new image will be created. You can observe over here. So if you want to create the image by using the Docker file, so Docker build -t image name. Which image name you want? I want like Nginx space dot. Enter. Okay. Okay. Successfully tagged. Build the image as well. So clear this. Say Docker images. So we have the Docker image, right? So when it is created, 12 seconds ago, just now it is created. Okay. Now, after creating the image, we have to run the container as well. Without container, we won't be get anything. Okay. If you want to run the container, what is the command? Which is docker run hyphen name. The container name should be whatever it is you can take. I'm going to take my C1, which is my container one, -d, detach mode -p port forwarding. Okay, 8084. This is the host port number. The default port should be 80. And then image name. Which image name I given over here, which is Nginx. At what name you have given, that should be mentioned over here. Nginx colon latest. Enter. Okay, the container has been created. So if you want to see whether the container is running or not, this is the command you can use. Docker ps. Okay, this is my container one. It is in running state. PS is nothing but it lists all running containers. So then what you supposed to do? you can just copy the public IP, open new tab, paste it, and then say colon 8084 because the host port I given over here is 8084, right? So say enter. We won't be get anything because I did not allow this port number, right? 8084. I did not allow in the security groups. So now I should be allow the security. I should be edit the security, which is 8084 in this inbound rules. Up to then you won't be get anything over here. Okay. So you will be getting some error, right? So now I'm going to allow the port number which is 8084 in this security groups. Click on inbound rules, add rule 8084 anywhere. So click on save rules. You can observe over here what are the content I have given. Okay, hello all. This is day 43 class from DevOps with Ravi YT channel. So this content I have given in index.html, right? Whenever the content created the container, I run the container, automatically whatever the content we have in the index.html, it is going to display in the web. So this is the way of creating our own image. Okay. This is also we have done. So now what we supposed to do? We have to push into Docker Hub. So what is Docker Hub? Docker Hub is also like GitHub to store the code in the GitHub, right? So if you want to store the images, we can use Docker Hub. Okay, Docker images. So this image I need to push in the Docker Hub. So first you should have a Docker Hub account. How to create a Docker Hub account? It's very simple. Say Docker Hub, enter, click on this. Okay, click on sign up. Continue with Google. Select this. Click on continue. So username. Okay, select this and then click on sign up. Our Docker account has been set up, right? So this is the username you have. So in this Docker Hub account, I need to push my image, which is Nginx image. I need to push over here. So you can observe repositories. Okay. Here you don't have any images over here, right? So whenever I push the image in this, you will be getting observed. So we have to set up Docker Hub. So we have to establish the connection between this and the Docker Hub as well. So how can you do that? So Docker login, enter. So just copy this. One-time code, which is this. You have to say Docker login. Copy this and then just paste it here. Enter. Click on confirm. Okay. Do refresh. Okay. So this is the web page you are able to see. So clear login succeeded. You can observe over here. So clear this. ls. So we have to push our custom image to Docker Hub, right? So these commands you need to follow. So we have to give a tag for that. This is the syntax we have. Okay. So Docker tag image ID, Docker hub name, image name, colon tag name. Okay. So Docker hub name. How you can get the Docker hub name? So you can observe, just wait for some time. So Docker push Docker hub name. Okay. So this is my Docker hub name. Just copy this and paste it here. Paste it here. Slash image name. What is the image name? I put it over here. Docker images. This is the image name, right? So just copy this and then just paste it here. Colon. We have to give the tag name. Tag name might be which is latest or v1.0.0, which is the version. So you just copy this and paste it here. Enter. Okay. So wait for some time. Here I did a small mistake over here. So we have to tag our image, right? So I forgotten this. So Docker tag image ID. You can use image ID instead of image name. So remove this image name. So how you can get the image ID? This is your image ID. So whenever you say Docker images, you will be getting the Docker image name or Docker ID. So this is my image name and this is the version we have. So just first we have to tag our image. Then only it is possible to push into the Docker Hub. So just copy this and then come here, paste it, enter. Okay. Now you can observe the Docker images. Okay, this is your image name. So by using this name only, you will be pushed into the Docker Hub. Okay. So the image name is Docker push. Okay. Now you can just copy this, paste it here, enter. Sorry. So DevOps with Ravi, instead of Nginx, what is our image name? This is the image name, right? So then you can copy this image name and then just paste it here. Okay. Now copy this, Control C, clear this, paste it here, enter. So okay, you can just observe this, push it to Docker Hub, right? So Docker push, this is the image name colon v1.0.0. So clear this, you can observe in this Docker Hub account. So where you can observe, click on this Docker Hub, click on repositories. So remove this, close these tabs. Okay, you can observe the image has been pushed over here, right? So click on this, you can observe the data over here. So this is the version. This is my image name, the label maintainer. Who is the maintainer for this Docker image? So you can observe over here, label maintainer equal to Ravi. Okay. So this is the way you can push the image. If you want to remove, you can put it this command. Okay, this is the username, like your Docker Hub name, and the image name colon latest. Then the image will be deleted in the local. So you can, whenever you say Docker pull with the image name, that is going to pull over here. So this is the way of using over here. So if you have any queries, please let me know in the comments. So from tomorrow, we are going to understand the remaining commands. Okay, like we can understand the remaining commands in day by day video. So up to then, watch the video till the end. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.